Right, hey Patient. I have made this tutorial for you for the mail function you'll be using in PHP. I have given all those files to you. Along with those files contain that is say2.php and say1.php. What they usually do is just like this. It's just a basic form which it's just same like as you have made in PHP. The second part of the mail is the mail function. The second part of this file is the mail function, and what it does is it takes the arguments, that is the name of this subject. That means you have this subject, and this it takes the subject and puts into the variable. What is the subject? It takes the message which is in this message and puts it to the variable of this message. And the third part would be like it takes the email of the user and puts into the variable from the mail from. Okay, so we have three variables over here, and what we have is another thing. The very exciting thing is the to function, which is our email address, which we'll be set upping right now. I'll be showing you a free domain name which I have been using right from the June. I do not own a domain name, but it's free. Alright, so the next thing is this is just an echo. That means this will show that what the user has been typed, and all those variables will be displayed here if you know the core PHP part of it. The next thing is the guts of the program is the PHP mail function. Well, what it does is the mail function takes four arguments. That means the to address from whom the address would be to be sent, the subject of this message, and the original message, what is the message is. And what we do to it is if the send this something, this mail function is returns true, that means if this is success, then we get an error. We do not get an error. That means we have received your information. It tells you that. On the other hand, if this returns false, we get an error message. And yeah, that's just the 32 lines of code that we have on the mail part. uh, and what we have here, this is not this on the form, that the same form that you have created and coded in HTML looks like this. And the action is equal to say.php, which is our the second file. That means the method is post and the action is say.php. That means this mail file. Okay, so we have three arguments, as you can see: the subject, the message, and the email, which are being captured into these variables by $sign dot underscore post, $sign underscore post, $sign. And what you do is you have to set up an email at your domain name, with your domain name. For example, right now I have a email set up with me. Now this my email just looks like this. It is 000webhost.com. Well, it is not exactly a commercial domain name. It is just a free one. So what I have done is, wait a second, this is my control panel where I have my email set up. So manage my email accounts. So right now I have you can have like email, for example, uh, jra007 at something. You can set up an email right here, right now. And password would be like anything you have to give. Let's say BANANAS, bananas, right now. And again, so then BANANAS, right now. The password is too short. Okay, so let's take another one. It's a DEAD NIGHT 7. The password is 121, let's say 0222811675, 0222811675, let's say CHI. Alright, So our email has been registered right now. So back to email accounts. So I have right now two email addresses being registered, just as I registered one earlier one that was being used in my PHP file, which was this over here, which I have been using in my two address. And the next address right now, so as I have been registered right now, so I'll be using this and I'll be showing you. So enter webmail. You can see all those email addresses which are being put in your email account. For example, you just get a Gmail like application right over here, all those email where you have. So if we use this address, you can use your commercial address or commercial email address over here. So we just copy this address and just try to paste over here and just save these two files, and then you can upload those files using Filezilla to your PHP server just by clicking and dragging over it. Alright, so and then you go to your domain name. For example, right now my domain just has one or two files, that means say one and say two. So therefore I'll be going to my time transitional domain name. That here is my domain name. I did upload all those two files over here, say one and say two, and let's say let's run this file. Let's say message, let's say hello Hisham. Okay, message, this is uh, a mail from using PHP Mail Function. Alright, that's cool. And I'll write my email over here. That means it was from my dead.97@gmail.com. So if the email is being sent, we go to the say.php file. Earlier it was uh, say where this is email address, and when we go to our email, that is the time transitional right now, earlier web email, we get hello Hisham, all those message in just like in your Gmail address. So if by chance if you don't understand anything, please reply me back and I'll just teach you once again. Any doubts, most welcome, and thank you for watching, Hisham.